Hey, what's up, everybody? Guess what? I got some interesting stuff to show you today. You know how everybody says that wargaming cheats you out of your pocket and stuff like that? Now, this is where they're gonna fuck up, and most likely, hopefully, they didn't, um, what you call it, switch my settings because they've been doing that, and I think it's wrong for them to do that. Now they see this download here. This download thing tells you what stuff and all this other stuff to download and stuff your resource, and it says it takes out half the time that your stuff works, but it really doesn't. What it does, it's a really big inconvenience because this is how they monitor what you're buying, what you're spending, what your points are, and everything else like that. Check this out. So this tells you, downloading your resources. It's also giving a configuration of what you spend and everything. All right. So just to prove to you guys that this is how they cheat you, I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to show you all right now. Now let me walk down over here because I was in the place where not to be. But anyways, check this out. So in your settings, you have replays, right? Every replay is recorded. Now, every time the game updates, you guys got to be careful because Wargaming won't be responsible if they don't catch your replays. And the way they do this is every update you have to go always back and put on your on your settings back the replays that you want to record. Now it's gonna go back automatically to only 50%, and the reason why that is because that's how they get you. Now check this out. So I was on about a few minutes ago, and I did a battle. It doesn't show my battles. Watch. So there I have my KV2, all these battles right here, right? Okay. And then I go back to my replays, and then I was looking, oh, well, I could, send a complaint or whatever. You're fucked. You can't do that no more. So now what you have to do is you have to go back to your settings, and you have to, let's see, let me get that out of there. Go to your settings, and you have to see that replays at 100, but it won't do it no more. You know why? Because they don't want to be responsible. Plus, on these replays, watch, let me show you something. It won't show me, but I could actually go to the thing, the notifications, go into that one, and then press replay, right? Failed to replay. Isn't that funny? So there's supposed to be these things. Don't these are not the ones that I saved. The ones that's on there that I have on my replays are not the ones that I have saved, because you have to mark them star in order to have a favorite for them to save. Okay. Plus the uploaded, I don't even know what the hell that is. Retrieved from external resources will be stored here. I don't even know how to do that. I don't even think anybody does, but that's pretty cheap. They want to call bluffs on everybody else, but yet they can't get their situation right. And if anybody knows how to do that, please let me know, because I'm kind of like up in the air with this. So okay, so check this out. Before, my tank wouldn't play like this. It wouldn't, the mechanics wasn't that slow. I wouldn't struggle that much with my game. I have very good reception here. I pay for unlimited data. I don't know, I go over more than what probably the normal cat does, but yeah. So I don't understand how these guys, I'm getting perfect signal. I'm on live stream. I'm right here. I don't know how these guys say that. See, now It's acting. See how slow it is? It was never this slow. And my thing is very updated. It was a little bit faster than this. I'm not gonna say it was too fast, but I'm going up a hill. So there's a difference right there. So, oh, you see, that's why you don't go with idiots like this. Fucking. But anyways, check this out, guys. So if you go back, I'm gonna show you guys something. If you go back, I have videos where my tanks have actually been a lot faster than that. And on the contrary, that they kind of like fuck up because now people that stream, they could actually download and see how fast your KV2 reacts to compare to this. I'm telling you guys, they're rigging the games. The ones who don't pay, the ones that give them a trouble, like saying like, okay, so my issue with wargaming is that how are they gonna penalize all players, right, for offensive words or offensive use of words, and not get most of the players that do it consecutively? And some of these players are in high-ranking clans that are promoted by wargaming. So I don't understand how they don't. They give them warnings. They let them go. They talk to them. Then they kick them out. Then they still give them warnings, and then they boot them out. I mean, it doesn't make sense. I've even heard of stories of other players that have, you know, spent their money on this game, and also what he called, they get booted out with no reason because some other player, what he called, gave them a bad rating, and there was a group of them, and they all gave them a thumbs down. That's unfair and that's uncalled for. If Wargaming is gonna be supporting that, then you know what? I'd rather everybody's make a petition and send it in and block off all the rules, and let this be a no holds bar, like the way it should be, without cryberries and being penalized like if it's a PC game. This is a mobile game. It should be more freer than a PC game. You know what I mean? More blitz style is what they call it, right? It's blitz, right? It means go crazy. So if there's rules, how is there rules for offensive words when it started off as you have to be a certain age to start this? Now the ones that invested their time in this have to suffer the consequences because of others complaining about making the game different. And this is where it's actually messing up the game itself. It's not giving it a chance to grow. It's really going off of opinion and not by what they call it, the the graphics and the durability of tanks with ammo, differences. Um, what else? Maybe camouflages differently, changing the tracks like the way it used to have spike tracks. I don't know if anybody else remembers those things, but they've remodified it so much that they're trying to make it into a PC and slowly turning it into a PC game and making you spend more money. Now, There's other things where, like, if you don't spend money on the game, guess what? Your mechanicals within the game doesn't act right. It doesn't come. It doesn't really kind of act right. And then the ones that don't spend money, they make it harder for them to gain XP or credits, and that's by getting, what do you call it, these rounds, the AP gold rounds. So that's what I don't understand. You know what I mean? They want to make the game better, but they're making it worse. And by penalizing people that support the game for so long and spending their money in trying to enjoy a game where they could be talk freely and not have other kids ruin it for the adults that this game was made for, in a mobile game at first, adult content, it just messes up everything. So I hope that they learn by this, and if they don't, then the game is going to go even more down, and it's going to lose its interest by a lot of people, because a lot of players don't join this game because of the assumption of, yeah, the tanks may have been expensive a long time ago. They lowered it down to where they made it to where people could be, buying the damn tanks with the XP. I mean, look at this. It takes a player practically a year to cover each nation. Okay, a year. I've been playing this thing. Plus, I got my account stolen, and I got further issues with them. You know what I mean? Not giving me my tanks. But still, these are the things that these guys don't look at, and they don't pay attention to. They say that they listen to their players, to the ones that take the time to make this game right. They don't. What they're doing is they're modifying it for you could actually, because look at the configurations, guys. Look at this, 26.9 for this combo, right? But yet here's 10,000 for that. But yet 26, right? I mean, come on. Look at this. Look at the gold that they sell. 49, 24. The lowest is $24. You think that the average player is going to want to spend $24.99 on only 85 gold, which is not even much. It's not even close to a mil. I mean, it is close to a mil, but not as much as it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? Think about it, guys. Look at it. I mean, it tells you, the bundles tell you. See, you're spending 19, but yet in gold, there's 24, right? 85. It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. They should have it at a certain price for everything. And if they run promos, maybe the promos should be giving you the discount to reach that goal to get it that low. Maybe that'll help players out there do that kind of stuff. But come on, man. Don't, you know what I mean? The premiums, look at that. 16. In order for a player to get that, he has to spend, an average player, and one that's really tight on their money, young kids, whatever, $49.99. Think about it. But yet you get penalized. You don't get your account back for those of you who lost it because someone hacked your account and they took it away from you. But yet they want to make rules and regulations to penalize and make sure, give you a record. That way your military honor, you know what I mean, makes a big issue in the game, which it does. It shouldn't. It shouldn't have. None of this shouldn't have come into the game. And the reason why is because none of this is really a factor. What's a factor is the way these consumables work if they add on more, the provisions if they add on more, and the ammunitions add different more. If they could fit, okay, if they could make this for the equipment, they could turn in the consumables and provisions just like the equipment. And it wouldn't be that hard. And it'll make the game a lot better because it'll give them that boost where they need to be to make the tank faster or not. Hey, what's up? Boom Channel, how's it going, man? Nice to see you on, bro. Thanks for joining. But anyways, I was discussing to you guys, thank you guys for the ones who are just barely listening in. I was talking about how wargaming is going down to the rocks. And the reason why is you want an eagle? I do too, man. But yeah, man, it's getting worse. They got to do something with this record for the game. I think what without it, a lot of players would be more what do you call it? Be more safe to play a game that doesn't monitor like just like the way the government's monitoring everything else. I think it's sad that they're bringing it into a game, bringing politics into a game. We as players, all of us, we should see this, and it's all political, money grabbing, hungry, you know, certain business, ethics that they're using that's not right. Sooner or later, it's going to be impossible to even play these games on mobile unless you purchase them. And right now, we have the ability to play them for free. But they say that they make their money. They have so many servers, guys. Okay, they have Russian server, they have an American server, they have an Asian server, they have a Brazilian server, they have a Poland server, whatever. But I don't think it's fair that the prices are different. It's a game. They should all be the same. And I think everyone should be able to enjoy the game freely without any political stuff in it. I mean, that just turns it into a very hateful game. That's why you have a bunch of players talking shit in the game because there's no understanding to the game. They keep on switching it. So it makes it a lot harder to understand the game instead of enjoying the game. Just like Armor Warfare, the ones that they bought. Yeah, I know. Yes, it is. And you know what? If it's cheaper for you guys, I mean, for here, NA, if it is, then you know what? It's pretty sad because you guys are not sharing that. And I think it's unfair. You see, you guys, if the ones that are spending a lot of money for a game that also has rules and politics in it, I wouldn't waste your money into it. I think it's gonna make the game go down, and sooner or later, a lot of kids are gonna be having anger issues, and it's just not safe. This is where anger issues come in when you put politics and money into a kid's view instead of finding ways where they could earn it in different events and keep on having them where they could earn ways to get tanks quicker or get credits quicker or get XP quicker. You know what I mean? Because if you think about it, they're selling all that gold, right? Look, watch. Let me make my point clearer for they could understand. Okay, there was a Fallout. There, okay. This is what you win in XP, right? This is not a good game. I died right away. Let me give you one with good credits. Let's see. This one right here. All right. Let's say like if XP. This is how much I get in total XP, right? But yet the team gets a lot more, different assumptions of that. Now they want you to what do you call it, purchase tanks at a yeah. It's not bad runs, man. I think it's more rigging within the game for you guys could have a hard. It's harder for you guys to actually. It just doesn't make sense why they would put costs 46,000 XP when it takes you so much, especially with other gamers out there cheating and using mods or stealing accounts. You know what I mean? It makes it harder for the player to get all that back. Do you understand my point now? If you're playing this game or any game, even if in PlayStation, if they see that you lost your account, you shouldn't have a hard time proving it, especially them asking you for your financial cost. They should have a record of that. Not you, the game, Google, or whatever it is that they're working with. They are the ones that's supposed to take care of it. Explain my account loss. Well, okay, back in 2004 when it first started, I had, and I'll show you some of these. I had all the way to tier on the American tank. That's where I stopped, right there. And then on the German tanks, I think I only had tier six, five or six or seven open, like something like that. Yeah, I only had tier six open. And on the British tanks, I had all my tiers open. Okay, I had it fully opened. On these, I mean, I have XP on all these. All these, I have enough points to show that I was, doing good. Anyways, to make this long story short, I got my account hacked. It got stolen. Next thing you know, I had to call get Wargaming. They told me that I couldn't prove it, that I would have to get proof that it was my game. So I sent them pictures of Facebook when I was playing games on Facebook. I don't know how far back I could go with Facebook with my pictures, but it could show. So I sent them those proofs. They started asking me. At the time, I did not know how to get my account information from Google, from when you spend Google Pay or whatever. It was a process that you had to go into your own account, get it from there, and then and back then it wasn't easy as it was now. But what do you call it? I let them know. I showed them pictures of the tanks that I had. I showed them Facebook posts and stuff like that. They denied me. They said that no, that I sold all my tanks, and I was like, look, I haven't played for a year. Here's my account. I had to change my account. This is my new account. So my son made an account, okay, and he made an account for I could play because I didn't want to reset my account. They told me that I would the only way I could get my account if I reset it, and they would give me half the cost of what I already had, which was bullshit because I had more tanks than they were offering me. When I got my account back, I only had like maybe about 14 to maybe about 8 tanks left, something like that. And I had it to start all over again. They fucking kicked me to the curb. They said, fuck you, Berserker, and fuck whatever you spent on the game. And they never gave me my tanks back. And I've always had this beef with them ever since. And ever since that, I've been just waiting for people to have the same mistake. You know what I mean? For this to come out there. Because it's not fair that a lot of people are suffering through this. A lot of their accounts are getting, taken by hackers and mods that they have for this game that is I've seen. You could go on YouTube and see. You know what I mean? Look up YouTube. Look up what do you call it? Cheats for World Tank Blitz. It'll show you some techniques. You know what I mean? It's easy. Yeah, you know what I mean? And it's sad because they don't see this and it's their game. They don't monitor. They say that they monitor us, but yet they can't monitor what's going around them. Isn't that sad? So each player that spends so much money on this game is losing their money and not wanting to come back, but yet they can express their point like I can. I have you guys that listen. You see, each one of you guys have heard this story before, and it's an ongoing story. There's a lot of cheat modes that are going on that Wargaming's not telling you. They know it's going on. They just can't figure it out. And the only way they're doing it is by, guess what? Is by doing the replays now. Because before they couldn't do it. But yet, so now it's recording my KV to this one. Isn't that weird? Now, this is what I'm talking about, guys. Those are the things that I can't fathom to tell you guys how they're cheating us. And I think we should make a petition and send it in and make them give the ones who have proof, like I do, and some other players out there that I know they have proof. I know that some of these players, some of them are and some of those cheats and some of the rude mouths that are in this game are from promo. What was that? Chrono. What's that? DDR. What DD 507, stuff like that. Those and they don't do nothing about it. And they and I seen them, and I actually seen it. This one guy had a video where he shows that they gave him thumbs down. They made a report because he didn't know how to play and he was fucking up, right? It wasn't his fault. He had lag. Like, they say that there's no lag in the game. He had lag. There was nothing he could do. But then they give him a thumbs down rating, and then after that, they say that they were being rude to him. They started talking all this kinds of shit. But then they report him. They get him banned, and he was one guy that would spend about $500 a week. And this is someone that I knew. You know what I mean? $500 on a game and you get banned, and there's thousands of other players out there like that. And this is the reason why so many players out there have triple accounts. And I know they do. And some of them are from promo. Some of them are from fucking hater. And some of them are from even players that are fucking working for Wargaming. So I don't know where they try to fucking hide this. And I don't know why they try to hide this. But it's sad. You know what I mean? But everybody should stand up for this. If you spend money, I advise you to make a petition, share it on Facebook, and get this started. Because I don't think it's fair that some of us are getting by with whatever we can, and these other players are getting by with cheats and hacks. You understand that? That's not fair. And then Wargaming gives more credit to the ones that get away with it than the ones that are actually putting money into their pockets. You understand? They have to find a solution to the ones that are helping them out, trying to help them out, that put them out there, than to bash them and put them down and make their components not work right, like the way they do mine. Sometimes when you guys don't pay, now let me know this. When you guys, let's say like you guys buy a premium 30 days, 10 days, 30 days, whatever, right? Your shit's working phenomenal, isn't it? It's working great. But then you don't pay, and then it goes to shit, right? Then after that, you don't pay for a couple of months, right? And then it goes to even worse shit. Your record starts going low, right? So then that prevents you from accomplishing certain, I guess, missions that they have on here or whatever. You know what I mean? Things to join, whatever. So it kind of limits a person from doing what they want to do fun within the game. And remember, it's supposed to be fun. And bashing and talking shit and hitting and ramming and ramming each other's tanks and being rough with each other. That's what the game was all about. It wasn't about little Fanny with the little pack playing his game because he played $20, he got name called, and he's gonna complain and all this other stuff. These are supposed to be games that are supposed to be, Blitz game. I mean, the name says it all. World Tank Blitz. It's rough, rugged, and raw. And just think about it, guys. So, I know I'm not talking shit, and I know I'm not seeing nothing, and I know you guys see it too. So make a petition. Let's get it on Facebook. Let's start getting it going. And honestly, like, I've gotten some rude comments from Wargaming. What they're trying to do every time I get out of let's say like if I disconnect my game, right? I disconnect. Hey, what's up, Ruby? Right? I mean, look, watch. I know we're not all perfect players, but we're not supposed to be perfect players, man. We're not supposed to follow this perfect scenario of, gaming tactics, and it's supposed to go like this, and everybody's supposed to know their shit. You go where you go, I go where I go. You know what? Don't worry about me. We win, we lose. Fuck it, we play again. That's the way the model should go. And you know what? If you don't like it, go take a flying whatever through a rolling donut. But I'm just saying is that all these politics that are bringing in, it's hurting our kids. And it's hurting adults too, at the same time going after kids with this. And I'm tired of seeing that. I think it's very immature of a gaming company doing this type of stuff, and they're not getting bashed for it. You know what I mean? So not make it personal and not put it on the news or anything like that. Let's talk to them. Maybe this right here, this wargaming community can help me and reach out to them and get this going and take out the records and make it into the real blitz game that it's supposed to be. where you could talk shit, play rough, push and shove. Yeah, they do that. All man, you don't understand, bro. I'm telling you, Cisco. When I used to work for Cisco Systems, I learned a lot. I learned a lot the way gaming goes. I learned the way what do you call it? You know when you guys get that lag, it's not necessarily all the time the player, guys. Understand this. It's not all the time the player. Okay, sometimes these servers overheat or like they start malfunctioning and you start getting this lag. That's why that happens. Because see you later, brother. They don't have the capability to hold the amount of players that join in one time. Sometimes it takes longer. They say, "Oh, the waiting time is not 30 minutes." Bullshit. They just don't know what they're doing and they don't know where they're going with this. And they're what they're doing is they're not giving you know the mid class players, which I'm gonna say the mid teens, like I want to say 14 and up, because you know what, I met a lot of 14 out there is that they could talk shit. Honestly, in the gaming community, it doesn't matter how old you are. If you could talk shit and you could be respectful and hold some honor within yourself and whichever clan you're in, either it's PlayStation, Xbox, or whatever, they have rules. Hey, you know what? You're going too far. Hey, calm down. You know what I mean? That should be up to the community. It shouldn't be up to the game itself. So, hope you guys, understand where I'm coming from. And I hope you guys like what I had said. And I hope you guys spread this video out. Please get it out there. Let everybody hear this. They need to hear this because it's true. This game is getting too ridiculous to where like this rating, this banning people for what they say and what. It's not a blitz game. It's more of just a World of Tanks with rules. PC. That's it. You can't say this. You had to be. You know what I mean? It's not. It's a blitz game. It's supposed to be balls out. You know what I mean? Balls out or balls deep. You know what I mean? Come on, Wargaming, get it together, man. I know you've heard me saying that and I do got a lawyer, guys. This is all being recorded. You know what I mean, on my purposes, for my legal purposes, because I invested into this game, and not wanting to be, an ass about it. But still, I have to protect my back as well as you guys protect your back. But I hope you all listen, and I hope the wargaming community listens too. This needs to stop. This is hurting our kids, and this is hurting adults too, with kids trying to make the game better, trying to communicate with each other, because a lot of these adults have these good clans, and I'm going to say like purple, because some of the purple can't control their own players. But if we put this rule where it's between the gaming community, then maybe we could even it all out now, because these rating records is going to just kill it, and they're just going to go for the record. It's not going to go for the gaming tactic and the valor of the player. So I think, and the cost of it, man, tone it down a little, man. For reals, guys. I mean, really, I mean, you guys have been since 2014, and now you guys have gone down the drain like really bad within sales and, players and, amount of people joining in tournaments or whatnot. Come on. There's just too much. It's too much to lose for rules to be in a blitz game. It doesn't make sense. Rules in a blitz game. So think about it. You know, don't be dumb or gaming. Think about it. Come on, guys. I know you guys are smarter than that. Fuck. If you guys gave me a job, I would make this game 10 times better than what you guys are doing. Not that you guys are not doing a good job, but I just think that those issues need to get taken away from, because you guys are giving it to more of a younger crowd than an open crowd than what the game was supposed to tend to be. A open crowd. All I see is just younger crowd kids playing, and you got adults putting in $1,000 into the fucking game, and not once have you seen an adult play in the fucking World Tank Blitz game. Isn't that weird? Why in the hell are these adults spending their money for nothing? not to be in that championship or not to come out and with kids, being a model, being somebody of morals with them looking up to. Oh shit, you're fucking so old and you're playing games. I would look up to somebody like that. You know what I mean? But if you're gonna use politics and reverse the gameplay of the what the blitz is supposed to be, then that's where we're gonna get hurt, and that's where we're not gonna have what we want in blitz. This is Berserker. I hope you guys spread this shit and love you guys. Love wargaming, but you guys are fucking up, man. You guys need to go out, party your ass, get hungover, go back into the damn office and think it right over, man, because it's too uptight in that motherfucking office and you guys are making too much political decisions on stupid shit that doesn't pertain to a game. Don't be the government. Give us our freedom and don't be political in the game. Let us talk shit, let us ram each other, and let us be a blitz in this game. Peace out.